Yeah, boy.
What's going on, everybody? Today, we're going to be taking a look at the 3 best skill trees for newer players and discussing why I think these are good for people who don't know a lot about the game. Feel free to use any of the skill trees in Outward, as they're all quite good and have their uses. But these 3 are personal favorites of mine and offer a lot to players who just aren't really sure exactly what build making entails. Maybe don't use all 3 of these at once, but try to grab at least one of them for your first couple builds, as they're pretty helpful. Hex Mage. The Hex skill tree can be found in Harmattan by paying the Soroborian Caravaner to take you there. The trainer is near the ley line in the town and has Hex-related skills. Hexes allow a player to apply a debuff or effect onto an enemy. This comes in many forms that includes the different elements. After being applied, the player can then explode these hexes to do lots of damage. So you get a lot of range from this skill tree, and it can give you a chance to overpower an enemy before they can attack. Bloodlust is the breakthrough for this tree, and it is the primary reason you should become a hexer. This passive skill basically gets rid of burnt stats such as health, stamina, and mana after killing an enemy. Newer players often find themselves frustrated by the lack of attributes they have after dying or running around for a while. This skill offers you an easy way to get rid of burnt stamina and health for each death around you. No mana is even needed to use this skill, and it's not a bad passive to have if you're using Enrage and Focus, of which will burn health and stamina. Finally, we have Cleanse, which is a pretty useful way of getting rid of corruption as long as you have a bandage and some mana stones. Overall, the Hex Mage can be used by tank, mage, and any other type of build you can come up with. I honestly have a hard time not taking this skill tree, as the ranged attacks and infinite stamina make for very fun and fluid gameplay. Mercenary. The Mercenary skill tree can be found in Levant on the other side of the desert. The trainer here is pretty easy to find, as he stands proudly in front of the palace entrance. This skill tree is a really strong one, and today we will be focusing on the gun aspect of it, as I believe it to be, well, extremely strong. Guns require bullets, and this sucks for new players who don't know how to craft well and or even want to carry that many bullets around. However, this skill tree allows you to fire guns without any bullets at all. Simply shove raw iron scraps or pure cold into those pistols and fire it off. It does a lot of impact damage, as well as decreasing your enemy's health bar by a significant amount. Next, we have some extra speed, as well as using 40% less stamina. The breakthrough passive here massively improves exploration for new players, as they can run around a lot longer without having to regen all their stamina back over and over. Plus, it is nice for fights, as it gives you much more time to run around your enemy and learn their attacks before engaging. Finally, we have Blood Bullet. It requires a bit of mana to use, as well as the Possessed boon active. However, it deals a lot of damage. I'm talking tons of decay damage that shoots from pretty far away and decimates enemies. Plus, it heals the player on use. Get 40 health back just from using this skill. Gives players one of the easiest ways to heal in the game, and you don't even need to be in any danger to use it. Suck the life out of your enemies from a distance and then send it right back in the form of a death bullet. Extremely strong skill that can get even more insane when paired with a lot of cooldown. Mostly a gun-type playstyle here, but it's extremely strong and easy to use. Definitely worth a try. Rune Sage. The good old Rune Sage. You can find this skill tree in Berg, near the large pool of water. It is a pretty self-explanatory tree other than the runes themselves. You get plus 40 mana from the breakthrough, which is quite helpful, and then you get better and more powerful rune combinations by choosing arcane syntax and runic prefix. Don't go with internalized lexicon, you lose a lot of power in the runes if you do. The reason I think this skill tree is fantastic for new, and heck, even not new players, is it is extremely versatile. I'm going to throw up the patterns for rune magic now, but 2 of them are what give this skill tree its spot on this list. Runic Protection and Runic Heal. The attack combos for runic magic is great. but getting extra defense and being able to heal without potions is incredibly valuable. Newer players especially will find this helpful, as there never seems to be enough health potions to go around. As long as you choose the Runic Prefix passive, you gain physical resistance, 3 protection, and plus 10 resistance to each element. Do the same rune pattern backwards and you instantly get 40 health and regen 2 additional health for 10 seconds. It is an incredibly strong support skill tree that can let you fight in many ways while always having an easy way to regen health and get more defense. I can't tell you how many times I used this skill tree when first starting Outward. Play heavy melee as a one-handed axe wielder or become a master of the sigils. Either way, the rune skills back you up quite nicely and let players breathe a sigh of relief when they get into a bad scrap. You also have the easy mana trap that does nice damage. But building a character around that ability entirely does get a bit boring for some people, so just try using all your rune skills together or try using them to buff yourself for fights. Both playstyles are great without any other skill tree, so you have a lot you can do from there. Just make sure to learn the runic combinations. They really aren't that hard once you've played for a bit. Well guys, there you have it. My top 3 skill trees for new players, and heck, maybe even top 3 in general. Each offers a different playstyle and lets you create unique variations with other skill trees. Just having one of these could massively improve your gameplay and let you better explore the world of Outward without dying to everything you run across. But hey, don't just take it from me. Go try them out yourselves and let me know of any unique skill tree combinations you happen to come up with. Hopefully, they give you the edge you've been looking for, or just help you finalize that last breakthrough point into something useful. Consider leaving a like if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one.